Hello AOS fans, Robin here with a quick playthrough of Games Workshop's new combat cards. We've been lucky enough to be sent these from Games Workshop. Older watchers will remember combat cards from their Genesis in roughly the 90s, I think, or maybe probably the late 90s. They were almost like a top trumps type game with some photos of Citadel miniatures of the time. And this has been carried on. These are photos of Citadel miniatures of the time, and as you can see from the box, it's Space Marines versus Chaos. Now the painting style has much changed since those days, and the game has changed. The rules have changed, but let's have a look what you get inside the box. The price of these is about £8, I think. I shall get Pete to flash up the price of these just to make sure that I got that right. So here we go. This is what you get in the box. Some rules in multiple languages. I've had great hilarity with my children who hated me by the end of it, because the rules, when you open them out, they don't go that way, they go that way. So I was reading it this way and going into different languages, and they got very upset with me. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. And then you get a couple of explanatory cards, which I'll go on to in a minute. And then you get the deck of cards. And as you can see, so half of them are Chaos, and the other half are the Space Marines, and they're all different factions and types, troop types, and what have you, which becomes relevant to the game. And there's the backs. The backs are all the same. So how do you play combat cards, Robin? That's what I hear you say. Well, it's a very simple game. It's aged at 8+, and that's a pretty accurate age for it. My 8-year-old enjoyed it, played it, picked it up really easily. We only played the simplest version. There are two versions of the game. First of all, I shall go through the simplest version of the game. Basically, you each take your cards, which are 30 cards each. You play 6 rounds each, utilising 5 of the cards. So on your turn, what we're basically going to do, if I take Captain Vadius here, along with Pestus below, a Death Guard Malignant Plague Caster, then what we would do is we would compare the battle scores. If it was my turn, I might choose to shoot, and he's got 26 and Pestus has got 16, so my guy would win, in which case I would collect this card. If I was playing the Marines, or maybe if I was playing the Death Guard or the Chaos, then I would choose Psychic, because that's a 30, and then I have 0, so I would win, so I would collect that card. And basically, the more cards that you collect of your opponents, the more you kill, the better you do. The person with the most cards at the end of the whole game wins the game. So how does it play out? Well, on each turn, so I'll have to do each turn in turn, as it were, each player in turn. So I would take my deck, give it a shuffle, and I would take the top 5 cards. And I would look and I would choose the best one. So roughly speaking, these ones are the best ones, as Ulrich the Slayer, Beric Frostfang, and Captain Vadius again. And I would get rid of Jorah Foe Smite and Helgen Steeleye. There might be reasons why I might use those. And so then I will put these down in front of me like this, and for the first round, let's just say I will be the attacker. So you choose an attacker at the beginning of the game. You choose the attacker. You take it in turns, and there's 6 rounds. So each person gets 3 goes at being the attacker, and 3 goes at being the defender. So if the Marines chose to be the attacker in the first round, then obviously it stands to reason that the Death Guard, or the Chaos rather, would be the defender in the first round. So I'm defending. So I would look at these cards and I would think, okay, which are the best 3? And so I've picked Nehutat the Prescient, Safek the Shadowed, and Zarek the Wicked. It's not an easy game to say out loud, but you don't have to say it out loud in the game, which is good. And I would choose where I wanted them to place. So I would place mine here like this. So we'd be across the table, and I would place it like this, and then we would both reveal. And then, because I was the attacker, we would start left to right, and I could choose on my left. So I would choose which statistics I would attack with. Now in this case, I would choose combat, which is 37 plays 29. and I would take this one. And then in the second round, the defender gets to pick. So he would pick statistics, and again he would pick psionic because it's 10 versus 0. So he would kill Bert Frostfang, and on the final one, I would pick shooting, and I would be 21, play 16, and I would defeat that. So if it was just plain and simple, these two would go to the Space Marine player, and this one would go to the Chaos player, and that tends to be how it goes each go. Next time round, we choose another 3 cards, we put them down like this. This time the Chaos player would be the attacker, so he would go first, and he would go on his one for his left, so we would start this way. So if I was the Space Marine player, this time I'd be defending, so going second, attacking, going first, defending. So it's the other way around the second turn, and then we swap back for the third, and back and forth, back and forth. So that all makes sense. It does mean when you're doing this, you have to think about who you want to put where. The one you're going to choose, you might want to be your strongest character, so you get to choose it. And the ones you're not going to choose, you might make weaker because it doesn't matter so much if they die. But there is more to the game than that. That would be very, very simple. That's not even part of the basic game. There's more to the basic game than that. They haven't even got to the more advanced rules yet. You may notice in the top corner of these cards, we have emblems which denote the battlefield role and the faction symbol. And any matching symbols you get on these cards give you extra points. Now this actually is not a great example for my first stuff. I'm just going to take that away and pick a slightly better set of 3 cards for the example. So in this case, I've got Brother Domiel, Brother Rimiel, and Lefric Hammerfist. And as you can see, Brother Domiel and Brother Rimiel are both Dark Angels, and they have matching faction symbols. That would give me +10 for each one. They give me +10. So if this one was a Dark Angel and this one was a Dark Angel, I get +20. Each card gives you +10. So in this case, anything that I add gets +10. And the other thing is if you have matching HQs. So if Brother Remiel was fighting, he would actually get +20 because he would get +10 for the matching one over here. Brother Domiel, and he would get +10 because he is an elite troop, so he would match Leifric Hammerfist, so he would get +20. Leifric Hammerfist would just get +10. Because as you progress left to right across the board, these may die, and if they die, then you no longer get those pluses. So that's something else to consider. You want to try and build up as much synergies between the cards as you can, but in doing so, you want to make sure if one dies, then obviously that will break your synergy, and that could affect your strategy for the order in which you put them down, bearing in mind that they're resolved in that direction. Following on from that, I took these cards away because I said they weren't quite so good, or they weren't such a good example. That's because they have the HQ effect. I'm just going to take that one away as well. They have the HQ is their battlefield role is the HQ, and the HQ can be any of the 4. So if we look at our helpful hint reminder card here, you've got the different factions: Ultramarines, Space Wolves, Grey Knights, whatever, and down here the headquarters. It has the headquarters will be any of the choices of battlefield roles. So in this case, Lefric Hammerfist here will get, if he was fighting, will get +10 because that guy's a Space Wolf. He'd get +10 from this one because this is a HQ and can therefore act as an elite, and he'd get +10 from this one because this is an HQ and can act as an elite as well. So he'd actually get +30, and that's something again to bear in mind. Those HQ tiles are very, very important. And that basically is the simple game. So you basically you go through 6 times, doing those battles each time, and getting your synergies, adding your 20s, losing those synergies if they die, collecting the ones that you kill, and at the end, whoever's got the most is the winner. And that, in a nutshell, is the game. As you can see, the pictures are beautiful. They're really inspirational for younger players who are just getting into the game, to sort of teach them some of the things like battlefield role and all the other different factions, and how amazing the miniatures can look, how amazing the miniatures will probably never ever look if you're me. And so but that's the basic game. Now, going on to the more advanced game, you can introduce what's called strategies. And the strategies are slightly overblown way of describing it, but they add an extra tactical element to the game, and they're given on the reverse side of the mnemonic card. If you so basically, when we're playing the basic game, you draw 5 cards. So we draw our 5 cards, and then we put these 3 down, and we would throw away the other 2. In the more advanced game, you would keep the other 2 in your hand. So in this case, I've got Brother Remiel and Beric Frostfang, and you can, at the point at which somebody's declared, so supposing I declare Ulrich the Slayer is going to shoot the Crimson, Zarek the Wicked, Pete, almost Pete, I'm just playing Pete, your opponent, or gets the first choice, the defender gets the first choice. You can play one of the cards in your hand, and depending on the battlefield role, it does different things. So again, if we look at our mnemonic, if you played a headquarters out of your team, you can change a shooting attack to a combat attack, a melee attack, and you can do all the other way around. So that can give you an advantage. So here we have a good example. So if this pre-instant card here shot my Leafric Hammer Hist, it's 14 against 12, I could change it to combat and it would be nothing against 18. So that would mean that he would win. So that would be good. If you have just troops, you can actually exchange the card for the other card, and we haven't really found a great reason for doing that, because the troop cards generally are weaker than the boss card, so you would be unlikely to swap one in the way the rules stand. Elites, your opponents go no bonuses for cards which matching battlefield roles, so that's can be really handy. It can really undo people's synergies. If you have an elite card in your hand like this one, old Brother Remiel here, the elite card, if you play that as your strategy, then your opponent can't use any of their synergies, which is really good. At the moment he's got 2 headquarters, so this guy will be getting plus 20, but you play that card, he'll be getting nothing. Fast attack, you can switch the middle card around with one of the other side, can be useful. If you're about to lose, you can switch them around. Heavy support, your opponent cannot play a card as a strategy in this battle. So again, if you're the first person out and you think your opponent might be able to do a switcheroo on you, you can stop them by using heavy support if you've got it. So that adds a slight layer of complexity. I actually have to say I find it quite hard to hold it all in my head. What was the best combination of cards from the 5 to get the 3, which are the best 3 when adding it all up, and then trying to bear in mind you could switch things out. So it is quite hard to hold in your head, but it is at the same time very simple to play. And so my kids have no problem with the simple version. We haven't tried the more complex version. Pete and I have got a run through for you of both versions of the game, which I hope will make some sense and be really entertaining. But that is combat cards. It's a nice little addition from Citadel and Games Workshop, and I think it's good fun. I mean, it was obviously never going to replace their more complicated games, but if you're on a train and you haven't got the room, or you've got 20 minutes at the end of a session but you don't want to go home or whatever, then you can play combat cards quite easily and have a lot of fun. So that is it. It's well, just so you can watch for yourself. Pete and I are coming up next, so until next time, goodbye. Hello iOS fans, you've just seen the run through of how to play this game. Looks Pete and I are going to have a quick run through. It is a very quick game with this Citadel combat cards, bring back some memories, as I said. Oh yes. And
have they got the old symbol on there, the old combat? That's the old logo, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
So if you remember, first thing Pete and I have to do is we have to choose the 3 best cards, or the 3 cards we think are best from our choices. And we're not going to show you all the choices like we do for, say, Shadespire.
Big numbers is good.
Big numbers is good.
And HQs is good.
Yes,
because HQs can add good. 20 on, can't they?
Yes.
Okay.
Shall I be the second or the first round?
Go on. I'll give you an unfair advantage.
Well then, okay, so I'm going to be the attacker for the first round, which means I get to choose battle 1 when we put that down. Pete will choose battle 2 and I'll battle 3. And after that we will swap around and Pete will be the attacker until the end, and then we swap over until the end of the game.
Cool.
So we reveal our cards.
I've got Kar En Suk, Zarak the Wicked, and Butchalax.
I've got Epistolary Tantus, Brother Lieutenant Zachariah, and Beric Frostfang. So I will pick this one, and I get plus 20. So I'm going to pick this melee, so I get 56.
Okay, so I have my guy here, which has 11, and I also get plus 20, which only gives me 31.
Okay, so I win that one. So you die and I survive.
Okay.
And then you get to pick this one.
So we'll move on to this one. So I'm going to pick
so I get plus
Psychic, I presume that is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick that, and I get plus 20 No, sorry, I get plus 10 from over here, which gives me 40.
Yeah, we should say we get plus the extras because of the matching symbols here.
Yep, because we both have HQs.
Yeah.
So I get 30 plus 10 for this HQ here, and that gives me 40, and you're out.
I get nothing at all, so...
But you get 10 for your HQ.
I get 10, we'll get this one as well, so I get 20
yes.
for the HQ, but it's no good, so...
It matters not.
He goes, and then on the final battle, I'm going to pick...
I wonder what it'll be.
I think I might pick this shooting one, actually.
30, what are you, 13?
So I'll be 23 altogether, and you'd be...
I'll be 10.
You'd be 10.
So Botchalax is dirt.
So then Pete loses
Boo!
that
Fixed.
first round.
It's fixed.
I get to keep these 2 cards,
I keep this one.
and Pete gets that one, and the other ones get thrown away.
And then I forget, I know it was only minutes ago you told us, but where do these cards go?
These just go here, these are our winning cards. So we collect the count, whoever has the most cards at the end
Wins.
is the winner.
Okay.
So then we throw anything else away, we pick another 5.
Oh, okay. We shall see.
So we're going to start with this card here.
Oh, okay.
You go left to right. So
Yes, sorry, yeah. Okay, so we show our cards now. So I have Sorian Lock, Mortok Chan, and Festerheart, or Fart for short. So I attack with Sorian with his. I don't think it matters. I think I've got you beat on all fronts.
I get plus 40.
40?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I got 2 of these, which
I can't beat you on
20,
anything then.
and then 2 of these.
I can't beat you on anything then.
So I get plus 40.
Cheaty cheater. I can't beat you on anything, so it doesn't matter.
You get plus 20.
So that becomes 30.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that was a bit lucky, wasn't it? So I'm in that one. So
But you've got to be beat on all of them because you get plus 40 on everything.
Oh yeah, because you've got
Bunch.
you've got terrible cards.
Yep. So they all die because it literally doesn't matter what I pick. You get plus 40 on all of them. So
there
all
you
those
go.
go.
Out. I've got another chaos one.
So you're stealing all my cards. This is why you've just got all of my decent cards. You just put in your deck. I like that one. I'm having that.
Okay, so I'm going to get plus. I've got an ultramarine and an ultramarine, and this can be anything. So it's plus 10 from this one, plus 10 from this one. So I get plus 20.
To whatever you score.
To whatever I score, which is sorry, but 18. So it's 38.
Now I've got 22 on here, and I get plus 10 because that's an HQ, and plus 10 because that's an HQ. So I got 42. So I beat you. Hooray!
So that one goes.
And then on the middle one here, I'm only getting plus 10 from there, but I think I'm going to choose melee because that gives me a score of 60.
Okay, I managed to score 16.
And then on the last one over here, you go. I don't think you can beat me on anything.
To not beat you on anything, so there you go. So
there we go. Wobble up. I almost put, with these 2 cards, I almost put them around the other way, and then I realised my HQ would have gone first.
Yes,
I needed to go the other way.
Yeah,
So
so there's a little, this is the simple version of the game. There's a little bit of tactics in it, but not very much. It's really, this I play with my children. They lapped it up.
Yeah, this is. I'm already sort of hooked on this one. This is quite funky.
Oh man!
Oh.
I've not got good synergies.
I've not had anything with matching, with any matching. The top left symbols, faction sort of symbols yet. So you get plus 10 on both of those because they're both blood angels, don't you?
I get plus 10 and I get plus 10.
And plus you 30. Get 30, so you're on 34, 34 and out. I've got plus 10 and 10 here. I'm going to pick that one. No, I'm not going to pick that one because that's you've got 0.
You've got 0, so I get 30.
And I get 10, plus 20, 30.
It's a draw.
It's a draw. And if I pick the middle one,
it's a draw
that's a draw as well.
I can't remember what happens if it's a draw.
Oh.
If it's a draw, neither card is knocked out. Cards that you knock out go in your victory pile.
Well, there you go. So they just stay there. So they both go, and then we go on to the middle one.
So we've done it round the wrong way.
We're scoring with the wrong cards. You're meant to take the card you knock out, not the card that won. But in this case, it makes no odds. So both of these effectively, if it's a draw,
if it's a draw, they're not knocked out.
So nothing happens with those. So neither of us are going to score them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the middle one.
But it is significant because it means that this stays. So I still get the plus.
Yes.
Plus, which is good because I've got my synergies going on. So this one, I'm going to do shooting.
So you get plus 30 for that, don't you?
Plus 30, so it's 62.
And I've got nowhere near. So he's dead. And on this one, if I pick psychic and I make that an elite, I would get 10 for there, so I get 40.
And I would get 10, 20, 30. Plus nothing, 30. So, you
So
got
I win on that one.
So, keeping it the same way, you take that card and I take this card.
Yes.
And
And the rest get discarded.
Discarded.
But what should happen is you take the cards that you knock out.
I think I was doing it in a sort of collectible card game sort of way, which is you never take your opponent's cards.
Yes, but it works either way. Cause
it does work either way.
And I notice you have enough cards to play 6 rounds.
Exactly. Right.
Clever.
Oh yeah.
So I'm on to 5 cards.
5 plays 6, I think it is. Here at the combat card dome, and this is my turn first, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. So
I think you've got this one in the bag as well, because I seem to have all of the sucky cards.
you had all of the sucky cards earlier.
I know. I've got a lot of sucky. I can assume the last 5 I've got are absolutely insane.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was a slight Space Marine bias.
No. You beat me on all 3.
16 plays 16, but they get plus 10, plus 20,
Yep.
plus 30.
Yep.
So 46. Okay.
That one I can't pick anything to beat you on, because I get no pluses at all. Oh no, wait, no, I've got 2 Zinch things there.
2 Zinch.
So I'd be on 27 with that one, but I'm fairly certain you've got me beat.
Plus 20. If you picked
30, because you've got an HQ there as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that beats you there, and dead. Slaughtered.
It's good, this game.
I'm not so fond of it. After moaning that I had nothing matching, these match on both. So I get plus 40 on whatever I pick.
Ow.
So I'm going to pick shooting on that one for 83.
I get plus 20.
20. So you get plus 20. So you get 39.
Yeah.
So I beat you on that one.
Okay. This guy.
Oh dear. Yeah, you got me beat on that one.
I'm going to go psychic.
Yeah, because you got me.
It's 50, and then I get two magic symbols.
Ow.
So 70.
Yeah, you took him out.
Grandmaster of Oldest, he's pretty good.
Virulux the Noxious took it.
Okay, and then but you choose the last one.
And I think I get plus 20.
I get plus 22. Well, not plus 22.
You get plus 22? No, you're just cheating.
I get plus 20 as well, so pick carefully.
Well, I get plus 20, so I can either have 41 or 38.
I go for the shooty one.
I think I'm going to go shooty, because I get 21 here, plus 20 is 41.
Yeah.
You have 16, plus 20 makes 36.
Yeah.
So I beat you on that one.
You did.
So I scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, 7, 8, 29, 30.
I scored 7, one was stuck on there. Oddly enough.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oddly enough, it was the tally man that was the one I miscounted, so.
How
I scored 7. So you roundly thrashed me on that one.
Right, do you want to have a go with the advanced version?
Let's.
As you can see, the simple version is very easy. My 8-year-old and 12-year-old played this and enjoyed it, and we haven't played the more complex version.
And hardly bit each other at all.
No, yeah. It's good fun, it's quick, it's easy, it's much quicker. Pete and I haven't played it very much, very quick to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, we've only played 1 game there, I think.
Yeah, so then now on the next stage it gets more technical. So that we haven't done this yet before, children. So.
Okay, so we're going to play a game with the advanced rules, and we shall see
how we go.
How we do.
It's getting late in the evening now. It might be too much for an advanced combat card. So the one thing I do really like about this game is how gorgeous the cards are. It's like a playing with an advert for Games Workshop as you play.
Unsurprisingly.
Beautiful.
So am I attacking first this time?
If you want to be the attacker first, then by all means do.
I think it's only fair. You went attacked last time first. So you have 2 HQs there.
Yours.
So I go first and I pick the thing I want to attack with.
Yes.
And then you get to choose if you want to play one of your other 2 cards.
Yes.
And I get plus 10 for this HQ here. And I'm going to pick, I think I want melee. Because that gives me 25 and you're currently on 21.
Yeah, except I'm going to play this guy. The Raxius, which means you don't get any bonuses for matching battlefield rolls.
And then I get to choose. So I'm going to play Honoured Gorzrak, which means you don't get any HQs either.
So you win.
So I beat you.
Yep.
So that would be.
So you will take that one.
Yep.
I will choose this one.
Yep.
So I get plus.
Nout.
Plus
10. Plus 10 because you're an Ultramarine. And it doesn't matter what you pick, you've got to be beat on everything. Well, unless you pick Psychic, and that would be rather silly.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick Psychic, so I'm going to pick this one. Well, it doesn't matter, I'll play this one, 37, and hope that you haven't got a card that means you can change it.
I don't, but even if I could change it, I don't think I could actually change to anything that would matter. So you kill him.
I kill him, and I take that one.
And then I am on the last one, and I'm just going to play Psychic here.
Psychic
I get 30, so I beat Brother Arabian,
there you go. So
and
you
I
take
take
that one.
him. And then all the cards get discarded.
So I get plus 10.
Because the Ultra... No, plus all, 10 because Elite.
Yeah, that's all I get.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with...
I get 20.
I'll go Psychic, actually, to give...
25.
25. You get
and
plus
I've only
20,
got plus 20 because
okay,
I've got an Elite there and I've got that there.
Yeah.
So I only get 20, so you beat Magnorifax the Seeping.
Yep.
So you take him, and then on my go, I get plus 10 from my Elite, and I'm going to go for... I think I'm going to go for combat actually, because then I'll get 24. Do you only get plus 10? So you don't have any ultra, you don't match on anything, so you don't get... Oh, you don't get any pluses.
I don't get any pluses.
So I'm going to go for Psychic, and that means I'll get plus 10, so I'll be up to 20, 10 plus 10 from that HQ.
Okay, I'm not going to do anything with these guys.
Neither am I, so I take out Sergeant Safek.
I'm going to lose.
And then we're on to the last one here. So I can make that HQ an Elite.
Yes.
So I get plus 10 on all of my scores.
Are you playing a card?
I have. You declare first what you
I don't think it makes any difference actually. Do I know the defender chooses first? Oh, I see. I'm going to declare a. It doesn't make any difference. I think I'm going to declare a shooting battle.
Which makes you. That'll give you 29. I'm on 41, so I'm not good. I have nothing to play.
I am going to play this one, which means you can't use strategy cards. Sorry, not that one. Yeah, which means you gain no bonuses from battlefield rolls. But it doesn't make any difference.
It doesn't make any difference because I'm still on 31.
Yeah, it's still pretty much 29. So you won that one.
Woo! I like this game. I had two HQs again, not HQs, two troop choices that were absolutely lousy, so there's no way I was going to swap them out for anything else. The only way I could see it would make a difference that you'd want to swap out a decent choice for a troop choice would be if you total up the scores on the cards to see how much you win, so that you could rob your opponent of a really juicy card for something absolutely naff.
Oh, I like that, that's a good idea.
Oh my god.
I've got a lot of big hitters out.
I think you've won them all.
Oh,
well, my best one on this one's Psychic, which is 10, and I get
plus
20.
Sorry, go on, you get plus what?
I get plus 10 for the troop choice here, and that's
I get plus 20 for the plus 30 for these. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, Space Wolf logo, HQ, and HQ.
Plus
so
30.
you win that one.
Unless you can got flamethrower, heavy support to stop me getting those.
I wish. No, it's Elite that stops using HQ. My Elite's here.
Okay, so yes. Hello, Elite stops you from using the strategy. Yeah, okay. So I win that one.
Elite stops you from using the strategy. I thought Elite stopped you from using HQs.
Elites. Sorry, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's heavy support stops you from using strategy. Sorry.
So if I'd left my Elite in defence and put a troop choice out.
I think I've still got plus 10 though, so it would have been a draw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because HQs is different to affiliation or whatever it's called.
The next one I think you've got me beat on because you're going to pick Psychic.
Pick Psychic, yep. 50, lots plays lots.
Match plays nothing.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I think. Okay,
I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay. So.
Mulch.
Yeah.
5 plays 4 though, so it's not over by any stretch.
Okay, I've got the inverse of last time's hand this time. So I'm choosing first, aren't I?
You are. See again, I've got cards. And I just think I would never not put that card down. I don't think the bonus it gives you is ever worth keeping it in defence. I've got all decent cards.
Okay.
So
I'm going to play.
Last one here.
So I get 30.
2 Ultramarines and
HQ.
An HQ can match either one of those.
So
I have an HQ here, so both of those give me 20.
Okay. So I'm going to pick Psychic then.
So you're going to pick Psychic. So I'm going to use. I actually kept an Elite back to stop you from using HQs. Or does that stop you using HQs, or does that stop you using any?
Elite stops just matching battlefield rolls.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to play my elite card then.
Nice.
Because that stops you from being able to use your
battlefield roll, which is this.
Which is either that one.
One of them.
As you're an HQ, you can either match it with that one or with that one. Yes, and I get plus 20 because I have my 2 elites which match my HQ. So that's a draw.
Okay, so that's a draw.
So nothing happens with those.
Yep.
And that now gets discarded.
Yep.
So on the middle one, I'm going to pick combat. I get 26, plus, and I get 10 there and 10 there.
So I get 6, and I get 10 and 10, I think. 10, 10. I get 30. I get 36, but you play 46.
Yes.
So I'm going to. I'm not going to play rubbish. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, so I beat you.
On the last one, I don't think there's much I can do. I'm going to have to go.
You get plus 20, don't you?
You get plus 20 as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to go shoot. Then you go plus 20, and I get plus 20. So if I go psychic again, then it's a draw, I think.
I think it would be. Yeah.
Unless you've got another.
Sadly, I have a fast attack which knows where to swap 2 cards over.
Oh, okay.
But none of them have psychic, so I can't actually do that.
I don't see that one.
So that's a draw.
Yep.
So that was
cagey encounter, that one.
That wasn't as good as I thought. 5 apiece. Oh, I just noticed. Okay. I've got a card here and the symbols are around the wrong way as well.
Yes, because we noticed that when we were playing with the kids.
God, these cards.
there's a couple of typos.
And there's that thing there as well where it says Demons and Nurgle when it isn't.
It's Space Marines always win. There's this here, it says Dark Ages, and underneath somebody's written "Are heretics."
I like that. Where's that?
No, they haven't really.
Oh dear. My brain has turned to choose.
I was just trying to start a fight on our YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm going to go. I'm going to declare a shooting battle.
So you have 15 shooting.
Sorry, not a shooting battle, a chopping up battle.
Chopping up battle.
So I've got melee. 16, and it's plus 10 from him, plus 20 from him because I shall match that, and plus 10 from that because I shall match that.
Yep.
So plus 30. So 56. Sorry, 46.
46 melee.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you have him.
Okay, thank you.
Choppity chop chop.
That's your choice.
I choose psychic on this one.
Okay, so
but they get plus 10.
Okay, so I've got nothing.
And I'm also going to, well, you've got both of those, haven't you? And
oh yeah.
That, so I'm going to be playing this elite card to stop you from using
I don't know why I put
battlefield rolls.
I got muddled up there.
So,
doesn't make any difference.
So my elite stops you from being able to use your 2 HQs. You only get plus 10 for being them.
So that's 10.
And I have 30.
Yeah, 30. There's no point in me. I have got one that can stop you from playing, but there isn't any point in playing it. So I won't.
So I get him, and then once the last one.
I'm going to do shooting.
Unless you want to pick psychic to really rub it in.
I'm going to play shooting.
Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah. So that's 30.
30, and I've got 10.
I'm going to play. If you're not going to play one, I'm going to play a battlefield roll to stop you from linking.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a fast attack which knows we'd swap them over, but that doesn't make really any odds.
Okay.
So you get him.
Oh, thank you.
You killed him.
The last turn, me to go first.
I really think the advanced version should allow you to swap your troop choices out, and that you should count your score on the cards for your game totals, because then it makes troop choices useful. I can't see any reason.
I couldn't take much more complexity. Actually, I can't hold all the numbers. I can't hold all the numbers in my head.
Because you're never going to use the troop one. Why would you ever take a troop card, which is nearly always terrible, and swap an elite for a troop card?
True. That is true.
You're in trouble.
Okay.
So you get to go first.
I'm going to pick shooting here, and I'm going to get plus 10. Sorry, plus 10
for the
plus
Dark
20,
Angel.
plus 30.
Ouch. You have beaten him.
44.
And I got plus 10 for that elite choice. That's it. So you've taken him out.
Okay.
He's dead. Zafik the Shadowed. Yep, he is out.
And it's your turn. turn.
I'm going to pick
that one. Really? Sure you want that one?
Grogglethrox the Foul. Gogglebox the Foul. Here's a sort of 50, and I get 10 and 20 for those two.
Right. Okay. I don't think.
So 70. So I have chopped him.
I got 5.
I've chopped him into multi little pieces.
Oh no, I got more than 5.
Give me the card.
Sorry, I'm cheating. And so the last one, I've got 12, 90. I'm going to have to play.
You've got plus 20 on yours, and I've got plus 20 on mine.
I'm going to play shooting, and I'm going to play my elite, which gains no bonuses for cards with matching battlefield symbols, so you get minus 10.
So your shooting is 12.
So not shooting, chopping.
Choppy. So you've got choppy of 19 plus 20 for the matching on both, which makes you 39. I've got 15, and I only get 10, which makes you 25. Clever game. You didn't need to play that, did you?
Well, I did.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to.
Because you, so you get him.
I get him. So what's that? That's.
So let's score up. Let's tot up the score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 9. I play 7. This game's brilliant. I love it. I do think, and it's not me being bitter.
I think
the Marine cards definitely have some benefits there. I think. Do they have any psychic?
I suspect they have more. They don't have very many psychics.
Have you only got 1?
They have very many psychics.
So I've got 1, 2.
They have a bit more. They have a bit more synergy, I think, and I think they're a little bit more balanced. So you've got some really heavy hitters.
But in one thing.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 5. So I've got 7 psychic cards. You've only got 4, so Chaos outnumber you a little on psychic, but because you've got so many more rolls that match, you can use that to your advantage again.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Chaos have of each. I don't know if it's an even split, so whether we have the same number of factions and we have the same number of split across the two.
I won't go through it.
Because I'd be interested, because you have Ultramarines, Space Wolves, Grey Knights,
I've got 5 choices.
Dark Angels and Blood Angels. Well, I don't know, because I have Demons and Nurgle, which has a Slanish symbol next to it. I think I have 2 different kinds of Nurgle here. And I've got a Zinch one. Sorry, that's not a Slanish one, it's the Zinch one, isn't it?
You've got the Death Guard and the...
So I think I've got more.
Oh yes, it's Zinch. Yes, not Slanish.
No, I have got 5. I have got 5 because I've got 5, Crimson Slaughter, Death Guard, Demons of Nurgle, Thousand Suns, and Demons of Nurgle again. Although it should be Demons of Zinch.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it just felt like I didn't really ever have those match up, whereas you seem to have tons of them match up.
Maybe you need to get your glasses prescription altered.
Maybe I do, or maybe you just need to stop cheating. I think
that was it. You're meant to recycle the cards.
I think your cards are weighted.
So that was combat cards.
That wasn't a bad game.
It's quite good fun. I mean, it's easy. It's Warhammer in your pocket.
It is, yeah.
It's, you've got a Warhammer in your pocket, which is pleased to see me.
I'm sure some people will be complaining that 8th edition is already too close to this.
Well, it has got cards.
That's true. Yeah.
But I think that's really good fun. I can't remember what the retail price is. I get Pete to flash it up. I think it's about £8. But it's a bit of a laugh. Good to play on the train, on the bus or something when you're travelling about. Good to play with the kids. If you want to give them a taster of
Warhammer. A nice little simple easy box. Not that big.
I think that's fun.
It says on here, 2 players, 20 minutes, 8+. I reckon that's about right, actually. Once for a GW game.
Pretty much bang on 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No, it's not very deep. It's not really. You're never going to play it loads and loads and loads.
No, but
it's good fun to pass the time.
If you play a game and then you've got half an hour left afterwards, you're like, what do we do? You can just crack that one open and have a quick game of that. It's nice and easy.
It is.
Gets my thumbs up seal of approval.
Thank you very much for watching that. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think, whether you used to play combat cards. I think it's a better game than the old combat cards, which I think pretty much with the old
top trumps. It was, yeah.
So it is better than that. So
I'm still convinced that it's in the Marines' favour, but I'm not bitter at all. Dirty loyalists.
That's sort of, that sample game there it is in there. 100% of the games. One by them. It's funny. It's actually finding it quite hard to actually keep all the numbers in my head, trying to work out what order to do things in. When you start to add in those, you can change.
I think you were giving it a lot more thought than me. That might be where I fell down. I don't want to say too much, but that might be where I went wrong.
Anyway, we don't need to ramble on for too long because
it was an easy game.
Yeah,
there's not much to say.
No,
great game. Definitely buy it.
Cheers, guys. Bye.